Eddie Hernandez, E-D-D-I-E, Hernandez, H-E-R-N-A-N-D-E-Z, Lieutenant, Sheriff's Homicide Bureau.
What happened here today?
About sometime after 4 o'clock this afternoon, deputies responded to an apartment inside the complex here regarding argument heard and shots being fired. When they responded, they contacted one of the victims, who was a female black. They saw that she was shot in the shoulder. They also checked the apartment for additional victims and found a second victim, described right now just as a male black, deceased inside one of the bedrooms. What witnesses are saying right now is that several gunshots were heard, and 2 male blacks were seen leaving the area.
We heard some reports of road rage nearby. Can you address that?
I couldn't address that because I don't know if that's related. It could have been the suspects leaving the area, but as far as we can tell at this point in the investigation, that may or may not be related.
So the only shooting you know of is what happened inside this unit. Tell us where it is in relation to where we're standing.
It's behind me. It's a lower apartment. It looks to be one bedroom apartment. It looks people were living in there. So it's in one of the middle buildings.
Lieutenant, I know you said it might not be related, but what happened in the road rage incident?
I have no information about that.
The relationship between the 2 men?
We don't know. The victim, who was shot in the shoulder, was somewhat uncooperative at this point and was taken to a hospital and wouldn't elaborate as to what she was doing there, who she was there with. So it's going to be up to the detectives to follow up with the lease agreement, see who's the owner of the apartment or who's on the lease agreement.
Lieutenant, are the 2 victims related or married?
We don't know. We're going to have to follow up on that. We don't believe that they're married, but because of the lack of information we got, it's going to require some follow-up.
How about the suspects? Any information on them?
Just the 2 male blacks that were seen leaving the area. We don't know exactly how they're related, but that's what witnesses are saying.
Were gunshots exchanged by the victim and the suspect?
We don't know yet.
Do you have vehicle, height, weight, anything? Male blacks, that's not enough to go on.
Yeah, that's all we have at this point. We have to canvass several buildings that contain several apartments, and most people were inside at the time. A couple of the witnesses were having dinner at the time, so there wasn't too many people outside.
Were there any children in the unit where the shooting occurred?
No.
Did you find any evidence of narcotics? Neighbors talked to us as if there was a drug deal that went sideways.
We haven't found anything to that effect at this point.
And where did the man collapse in the house again? Take us back inside the unit if you don't mind.
He's inside the bedroom, which it's a 1-bedroom apartment, so he's inside the bedroom.
So the suspect was let into the apartment, or did he force way in?
It doesn't seem like there's any forced entry at this point, so whoever was in there was either came in with the door unlocked or was let in.
Does maybe know each other, possibly?
That's possible. We have to follow up on that.
No security cameras in this community? Are you looking for video? Do you have any?
We don't have any video. We would love any surveillance video that somebody may have taken, or if they know of any surveillance cameras in the area that we haven't located, we'd love to have some of that. Yeah.
But none in the community that you can point to right now?
Not at this point.
Okay, so what can the neighbors, witnesses, anybody do to help you?
Well, anybody who has information as to who lived there, how many people frequented that apartment, reasons why they frequented it, if there was different people inside the apartment, we'd like to know whatever they can give us, vehicle descriptions, things of that nature.
Is the result of gang activity at all?
None of that is being reported at this point, but it's early in the investigation, so we'll have to look into that avenue of the case.
Lots of children in this community. Are you as concerned as we are seeing these families here with this kind of extreme violence going on?
It's always concerning when there's violence and there's kids around. This incident appeared to have taken place inside the apartment complex, and it could either be related to a domestic issue or it could be some type of other related issue that we're not aware of. Luckily, the shooting didn't take place outside, which minimizes the risk to the community.
Anything you'd like to add, sir?
No, not at this point. Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you.
The coroner on